Your Worship, there's a new issue, which the two issues that we have, I believe, one are, into a certain extent, I don't want to minimize it, but the discussion of whether a thrift store and the revenue generated from that is actually ancillary use in support of charity, and whether we should be giving that a tax exemption or not. We've had some debate, or perhaps discussion earlier, recognizing that under the federal charity agent, that is an exempt use, and that would probably provide a lot of guidance to our finance department of whether the thrift store meets that. Certainly, we do not have the resources, nor should we spend the time running around to investigate every thrift store or design store to see, and then we can rely upon the federal government to provide that direction. Certainly, in that sense, we would then capture both the spirit of what's in physical all, essentially in an enterprising non-profit charity organization, but using all those funds to further the charitable purpose. So I think we need to take that back in direction from our finance committee, and if that's something that we as a total council are willing to support, we find that item. That's just around the first one. The second issue which we need to address tonight is the issue of grandfathering. It will certainly, as we take that back and look at it, open up the issue, frankly, of the whole exemption in and of itself. It seems difficult to say that some agencies who just through the fortunes of time get a full exemption, but we've had 10 people with just as much charitable purpose come forward and say, but they don't apply because they would apply after 2004. That was the equity issue. I think we definitely need to capture the purpose of what we were trying to do. The recognition that regional services we would like to see supported by other elements of the region. And recognizing that, we also should recognize a couple of other things. Yes, we need to have the charities go forward with us. Certainly the City of Victoria can play at least a catalyst or a coordinating role. And if we were to move forward on a task force, I think part of what we need to do is send a deliberate invitation to representatives, and I mean at the mayor of Sandwich, Esquimalt, and Oak Bay to sit with us on that committee, because that is the purpose that we're trying to do. That they can come in, they can discuss their willingness to meet that, and they can discuss with the charities how they wish to collaborate on that. So I think that invitation needs to go on if we move forward with that. We certainly in the City of Victoria cannot say, go talk to the Oak Bay or Sandwich, and part of Oak Bay Sandwich to do that. So they need to be part of that discussion. The other issue I have that is a small one I want to address is the issue of the staff. and it's a bit of a misnomer. Well, first of all, it's a huge requirement to take a look at social service agency and say, go tell me the addresses of where everybody are with what purpose in mind, to say that 10% of the people who have MS live in Esquimalt, therefore Esquimalt's supposed to cover 10% of the costs. What happens if those people move, or what happens? I mean, that to a certain extent, with all respect, is a little bit of insanity way to move forward. The best route we've gone is saying collectively, we as a region, and we're looking at the four core, we have X amount of population, and we have our percentages that way. Should it not be based on a user fee? You have more people who rely on social services, therefore you have to pay more. I would frankly argue those that have less people who rely on social services, i.e. the richer communities, have a greater ability to pay. So why don't we say we have a tried and true population basis that we use, and that would be a more equitable distribution from the region costs. But I recognize what the agencies are here saying today, that it's difficult to be faced with this, to put this additional cost on them. They have their ability to provide services, and as such, how can we accomplish that purpose of asking other municipalities in the region to take their fair share, and how can we do that without causing undue angst and burden on both the people who are before us tonight and those that are Thank you, Your Worship.